Basically, what just happened was my headset, it showed it was on and it showed it was paired, but for some reason it wasn't getting an audio signal, so I did like a hard reset on the headset and it immediately started working. It does that sometimes, like once every 5-6 months it'll randomly do it, and of course it does it today. Anyway, so I apologize for the delay. Thank you everyone for bearing with me while I figured that out. As I was saying, upgraded to a 2 PC setup. So for years, I've had a single PC stream setup, meaning I would game and stream on the same PC, or I would play on the Xbox and feed it through with a capture card. I now can do gaming on one PC with streaming on the other. I can feed my console into the stream PC, my game PC into the stream PC, and then I have multiple monitors in my setup, and it's a little hectic at the moment. Does anyone want to see what my setup actually kind of look like, what it looks like at the moment? I'm using Streamlabs. Okay, so this is my stream room. For all that's like half of it. The other half is my 3D printers and stuff. So basically, yeah, this is what yeah, you're seeing is what I when are we getting multiple webcam angles? I don't think that'll be happening anytime soon. For at least for my own sanity. I used to stream on my own channel with 3D printing and myself, so it would be like my game, myself, and a 3D print. But it just became very taxing to constantly 3D print. It took the joy out of it for a long time, so. So, I have an Elgato HD60S, which I've had for, like, about... I've used Elgato products, capture card, like their external capture cards, going on about a decade or more now. I had their first HD Elgato. I used it years ago to stream the 360 on Twitch. Play Battlefield, old, Battlefield games like Battlefield 3 and 4. And, but basically, I upgraded my Elgatos over the years, and I have the newer HD60S, which is like a 4K supporting, at least. It supports it at like 4K 30 FPS. But I have 3 monitors right here. There's one right in front of me, which is Dungeon Alchemist. There's a monitor to the right, which is my chat monitor. And then above me is a huge screen that I put up like my stream software and like any browser windows I might need open and things like that, so I can keep track of things. So yeah, that's, if I'm looking up, that's what I'm looking at. Camera's right here, obviously. But yeah, there's like just everywhere in my office there's stuff. Oh, you stream for work? Yeah, I mean, I stream for work too. This is for work, technically. But, anyway, I use sorry, I guess they call it something different, Streamlabs Desktop. And then basically I have that HD60S hooked into my stream desktop, and I hooked a HDMI splitter, a 3-way splitter on it. So I can hook my Xbox into it, I can backfeed the stream PC into it, and I can put the Dungeon Alchemist PC into it. So all of that can feed into it. And then the Elgato feeds into the stream PC and with USB 3.0 or something like that, and then it goes up to my monitor with HDMI. So essentially, I can keep track of and watch, I'm playing on this is my game PC stuff, but then you guys see it. Anyway, it's a complex setup, but it works, and I got it working, and it's pretty clean at the moment. You guys are hearing stuff, and it seems to be working, so I'm gonna, you know, start going with it. Okay, so how was everyone's week? For those of you that I haven't seen in a little while, how have you been? There was a break, you know, with the stream. I had a week off, and that meant there was about 2 weeks without stream, and then I came back. Some of you may have missed those streams, so you may have missed me entirely for close to a month. But I am excited because, you know, there's things happening in the background related to Dungeon Alchemist, especially related to the Treasury update. But also, there's a neat thing happening that we'll be able to reveal shortly, I'm hoping soon. And it's kind of a labor of love that started with an idea of mine that kind of came to fruition. So I'm very, very excited. What, Clowner? What's wrong? You burnout got you? How did burnout get you? That's rough. I understand burnout all too well. I gotta ask, how's this looking on y'all's end? Like, does it look pretty good? Is it clean? No Gengar hat? I mean, I could throw on this hat if it makes you happy. How about a Magikarp hat? Does the lighting look pretty good in the map? Does it look... Doesn't look washed out or anything? It looks pretty clean. Frames are good. Oh, Gray Matter. First off, I want to say thank you for your mention earlier about the award nomination. Appreciate that. Yeah, the Belgian Game Awards, we got nominated. I'm the whole team's very excited about that. That's another thing that's happening. So the team's going to be out of the office while they go to the award show. This is actually my map. I made this as a kind of like a gift to the community, and this is the second version of it. So I've made 2 iterations. One I made a year ago before I was actually the community manager, and then this one I made when we launched our last update, Everything is Lava, to kind of just showcase all the stuff you could do in it. Hey, Shortle, how you doing? So, I mean, I'm really happy because prior to this, playing a map like this on stream would mean I'd have to run it on low, I'd have to be careful, I'd have to turn off a lot of animations. But as you could see, like, the lava is running, all the, you know, smoke and other effects are running in the background here. The dragon lair is fully active and hot, spicy over here. There's a whole bunch of activity going on in the map with, you know, animations and stuff. Anyway, I really love this map, but I love that it's something that I love sharing with the community is, like, my passion for Dungeon Alchemist. I have, like, 1,350 hours or something now with Dungeon Alchemist, and I love it, in and out. And I know there's a lot of people who are very passionate in our community. Hey, Nikki, how are you? Hey, Dirty Rollers. Oh my gosh, what a raid. What a raid. Hello, thank you for the raid. Oh, my goodness. Nikki, thank you so much. How are you? This is my Magikarp hat. Honestly, so the old map I freehanded it, but this one I based it off of the old one. So, I mean, some of it the tracks snap together, so they're pretty intuitive, but some of it, like this here, wasn't really like this in the old map and stuff like that. It's a Magikarp. Yes, you got it, Nikki. Here, I'll load the old map and you can see it. Nikki and crew, thank you again for the raid. Much appreciated. Reach around, pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. Thank you so much for the love and the support. How have you been? Like, what have you been up to? Oh, you said I've been all right. Talk to me, though. Like, what you been up to? How's your campaign plan going? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a minute. So this was made before we had, like, cave support, really, and minecart support. So I kind of just had to make do with the terrain tools we had. It took forever. The terrain tools were slow, sluggish. A lot of change happened because of, like, creators like myself who were very avid for change with the terrain tools being, you know, sped up and cave tools, etc. But right here, as you can see, these tracks are actually just tons of hammers because we didn't have tracks. So I just kind of made it by hand. That is awesome. World of Ironsworn solo TTRPG. Well, that's interesting. That's cool. Anyway, so as you can see, there's a lot of similarities between the maps. Over here is kind of like a mining space. Over here, but instead the track doesn't go up there, but now it does and it loops around. Here, the track starts kind of from this basic encampment, loops around the forge, there's pits. Instead of just tons of pits, I added lava here and lava here, but this kind of is around the same kind of structure. This area here, the track diverges and goes up instead of it being just, you know, catwalks up, there's actual track going up. So there are some subtle differences, but it is a 2.0. So basically, these maps are kind of like, I don't know, like I made this one to just prove caves could be made. And then I also, it was kind of like a proof of concept for a campaign homebrew that I'm making. That's nearing completion. You always think you're done, but then you find more things. Gray matter, that was quite a dad joke there, my friend. Anyway, so kind of moving on from my maps, I'm very excited because now I can showcase the most insane maps on Steam Workshop. And if you aren't aware, if you own a copy of Dungeon Alchemist or if you don't, it comes with a very unique perk. Steam Workshop. Our very talented community of cartographers have been packing this repository of maps full of amazing builds. There is over 4,250 maps last I checked. There's so many maps. I will do that then. We'll look up the circus right now. Thank you for the reminder, my friend. Shoot, let's look at it in the day. So, as you can see, you can quickly browse maps by either searching or by, you know, just kind of like browsing most recent, most popular. And then you can, you know, open the map. If you like it, save it, use it for your campaign if it works for you, or you can make some subtle adjustments. So Dungeon Alchemist is like an end-to-end time-saving tool. You have the AI to quickly generate maps if you need to on the fly. You have the workshop if you have some time to quickly find a map or, you know, research and find some cool maps. You also could spend hours building your most intricately designed maps like Sack did here. So Sack saved you some time if you need a circus, but spent, you know, I don't even want to know how much. No, I do want to know. I do want to know how much time. There's our Instagram link. We actually have socials all over the place. So I'll just drop them now, and you can go with what works best for you. Ever remember the TikTok command? Let's see here. Oh, one word, that's why. Thank you, Seisu. You always save me, man. What would I do without you? We're all over the place, though. You know, we're good about that. But this map is stunning for a lot of reasons. SAC is, you know, going to town with customizable assets. Here we have a custom painting on a billboard. As you can see, SAC made fish and chips. Very cute little addition here by, these are just planks, by the way. That's fair, Gray Matter. It's probably not in the... It's not too cash money of you to use other people's works and get paid for it. So that's pretty high class of you. You know, I would definitely, you know, encourage people not to use the maps on Steam Workshop to resell or to make money off of unless they're your own works. Yes. So, I mean, Nikki, there's lots of customizable assets. So things like a painting, like this one here, it's just a painting. So many of the paintings have like the option to swap the image in them. So you can, you know, you can make it degraded, or you can click on this and insert a custom image. So you can insert your own image into it. You can put your players into it or whatever. Now there's parchment documents that you can do that with, so you can put like maps into them. There are quite a few customizable objects hidden throughout Dungeon Alchemist. So like this paper here, yet again, if you see this little logo on an item, that means you can put a custom image into it. I just inserted that image into it. Then a lot of assets themselves are very customizable. So like this plank here, he just changed the color and shrunk it down. So it's like a yellowish color. It looks like fries, French fries, as they call them in the US. Then on top of that, you have abstracts. So leaning into objects, you come down here to the bottom, you see this tag, it says abstract. All of these are customizable objects in a lot of different ways. So I'm just gonna drop this disc here. So you can just change the color of it on the fly to a whole bunch of different colors. Or you can insert. Let's see. So, did I put one of my favorites? Do a magic circle. Let's do. So I can put a magic circle on the ground. Boom, done. And that one's like a little raised up, so I'm gonna sink it in a little bit. But you get the idea. Hey, yeah, go get some rest. Enjoy yourself. Thank you. Hey, feel free to reach out if you need anything or any support with your stream. But glad to talk to you again, Nikki. Have a good one. Go get some food. Get some rest. Anyway, so getting back to SAC's beautiful map here. As you can see, they've got like the ticket office, which is beautiful. It's got some safes in there and treasure chests. It looks like they're just kind of repository of stuff. Little flyers they hand out littered all over the place. I really like this shop here because you got like some stoves, you got the whole potato thing going on. Then you get into the big top, which is beautiful. Very well designed big top. The way you articulately, you know, laid out all of these benches to make this beautiful curvature, you know, room. The cannon, you know, all the little balancing and axe, you know, everything you got going on in here. It just looks like it's fun for all ages. I really do love all the custom, like, you know, carriages or like caravan stuff you made back here for, you know, storing and transporting animals like a circus probably would have. And the different, you know, their own like custom rooms. A lot of attention to detail if you look at Sack's maps. Hidden all throughout it is stuff like this. Oh, that's funny. So, has the stream been running pretty good so far? And like, been pretty smooth? Have there been any drops or anything like that? Yes! So that was the goal, right? Is to get it to the point where we're not having frame drops and like having to run on low. Everything is on high at the moment, as you can see. Keep me posted and apprised to stuff like that, okay? We should load up like a big map. Who knows of like a huge, crazy map? Good question. I think probably 60, 30, I don't know. I gotta check. I haven't checked it since I've done my new setup, actually. And it's probably choppiest because my green screen isn't behind me. I'm just doing augmented reality, like, cancellation, digital cancellation at the moment. If my green screen was there, it'd be a little bit clearer. Hold on one second. Is that any better? So I just set it to match the output, which is 60, so it should be doing it the same. If it's choppy, I'll have to play with it later. I mean, the size is really dependent on like your hardware, right? So I'm trying to think of one of the bigger maps I've seen. There was one that was like a Zelda map. This thing is huge. 256 by 88. Should I risk it? Should I just give it a shot? I mean, the stream won't crash. If anything, it will be my game, my DA PC. That's the best thing about this. I can't overload the stream piece. I'll just be here. Gotta deal with me forever now. This is one of the biggest maps I've ever seen. Hey, Reb, how you doing? Just a little mad. Dropping the little emperor meme there. We're gonna wait and see what happens. I knew this was gonna happen for sure. I like waiting for the program to respond. Those of us with crappy computers know. But now that my computer's a tank, this is just a huge map. It's gonna take a minute. Ooh, Bowerstone Lake community. Be cool. Oh my gosh. It loaded! This is nuts. So some of you may recognize this. This is a Legend of Zelda Overworld. I cannot believe this is loading right now. This map is nuts, and my computer is like, meh, whatever. Once it loaded, it took a minute to load, but once it loaded, it's really not struggling. And I'm in cinematic mode, which is insane, because I'm twice rendering this right now. Your stream is getting worse? Huh. How about anyone else? And also, what frames are you watching it in? Like, what quality, what frame? Are you on mobile? You're on PC? But this is like 256 by 88. I wonder if it's on your end, my friend. Maybe you got that potato internet, guess hut? Or maybe you're on mobile, or... I don't know. I also, on occasion, have potato internet. This is nuts. I am so happy right now. It's like, all you know, many of you have watched as I've struggled with big maps, right? Fur in my eye. And I know many of you also struggle to load big maps, but loading these maps and not having any frame drops because of the dual PC setup. I'm listening to my PCs right now. It's so quiet in here. Seriously, they're not even screaming or anything. Hold on 1 second. I gotta check something here. Okay, so I did drop a few frames. Let's see. I wonder what caused it. It was a drop like 10 minutes ago. It dropped 4,900 frames, but it probably was more of an internet or a Twitch thing than the computer, because it would still be going if it was a computer thing. This is nuts. Which map was it, Joker? Give me some map suggestions that are monsters. I want to see some monster maps. Morning, Wolfie. Wish I could search size. Oh, I guess if someone puts that in the title. Oh, I'll check that one in a moment, Deck. 200 by 200, yo. Holy cow. Oh, yeah. Ranger. Remember, everyone, if you were enjoying the stream, make sure you hit that follow button. If we hit 50 viewers, we'll be doing a giveaway of Dungeon Alchemist. We give away a Steam key every 50 viewers, every stream. So if we hit 50, hit 100, we do 2 giveaways. So keep that in mind if you're interested in winning a free copy, or maybe getting one to give to a friend or family member, or that DM you care about. Make sure you stick around. Oh, this is going to take a minute. So while it's loading, tell me, how have your campaigns been going? I know some of you have been reporting back that you've been having constant delays, scheduling issues. I hope some of you have been getting your sessions happening and being able to play. It's always frustrating. Not at this time, Guest Hut, but I know that this is something on the devs to-do list, is like either a way to break a map down on export into much smaller maps. Gosh, I hope this is okay. This one's even bigger than the one before. You know, one that I really like that I've been playing around with lately is Above VTT. And they're actually going to be adding UVTT support soon. So I think that's something worth investing in, especially if you, like, it's really no investment at all. There's no cost. It's free. And then it works with D&D Beyond, which is awesome. So it'll, like, work with D&D Beyond information, and then you host your maps online, and then they have a bunch of maps built in, or you can upload an animated or a normal Dungeon Alchemist map. They do? Really? I gotta talk to them then. That's good. You know, one that's really nice for like in-home is Dynamic Dungeon Editor. So like if you're playing with like a projector or a tabletop TV or just like a big screen on the wall or something, but Dynamic Dungeon Editor is really nice. Works with Dungeon Alchemist, and then you can... Whoa. Definitely season some chop here. Basically, you export your maps and then you stage them in dynamic dungeons as like scenes that, you know, like, oh, they pass through this area, it goes to the next one, and then it loads it up, and it's like staged with that program. And then you can do like effects and overlays and monsters and stuff like that. But then you manage all your roles and rules in house, you know. So, anyway. Carbon Edge, thank you for that follow, by the way. I heard that they're doing that, yeah. Yeah, so Fantasy Grounds is going to be adding also animated maps, right? Oh, gotcha, Gray Matter. Gotcha. I misunderstood you there. This is pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm definitely seeing frame drops on like when I zoom out. Oh yeah, the DM in the campaign I'm playing in is not really happy about that. Oh, by the way, I hit level 3 in our last session, so my Order of the Scribes wizard now has level 2 spells. I've been racking my brain all week trying to pick because, holy cow, we have an expanded spell list because the DM uses the Kobold Press Deep Magic expansion, or like book, and there's so many wizard spells in there, so it makes it harder to pick. Anyway, so you know, obviously I now have cantrip versatility, so I can swap cantrips more easily. And there's one in that is really interesting. There's a few actually that are pretty cool. It's Stranger is their name, is what they're... I don't know if they go by another name, but that's their name on... Sorry. Their name on Steam. Go check out this little farm over here. Wow, not bad. Map is nuts. Crazy. They really put a lot into it. You gotta keep, cemetery. I mean, it's got a lot of detail. It's just really, I gotta stay low. Less detail on the screen, the better it runs. It's just fun to be able to jump into some big maps for once and not stress it. Set, Setesh, Seti, Seth. Sorry, any Stargate fans will know what I'm talking about. I'm actually really stoked though, just because I am my my character's becoming pretty cool, and I'm excited to see how I develop it. Well, when there's like over 300 spells to choose from instead of like 30, it makes it a little bit more difficult. And as an Order to the Scribe wizard, I have a lot of choices because I can shift the damage type from one spell to another in the same, like, if I, you know, so like I have Chaos, or is it Chaos Bolt? No, is that what it is? Yeah, Chaos Bolt and Magic Missile, so I can swap their damage types intermingly. Dang, just a little mad. That's really nice of you. That's insane. So, but this spell list has a lot of expanded spells that are really cool. So there's one on there called Frenzied Bolt that's a level 2 spell. And essentially it does like 3d8 damage. And then if you rolled a odd number on your attack roll, it'll jump continuously if it was an odd roll each time until you miss or roll an even roll to another target of your choice within range. So it just keeps jumping, but the cool thing is it has all damage types in it, so I could substitute that into another level 2 spell. So I could upcast Magic Missile as a Radiant Missile, you know, or do a Radiant Ray, Scorching Ray, change it out for Radiant, or whatever, Necrotic Ray. I can do whatever I want. It's fun. That's why Order of the Scribes is really fun. You can shift your damage types. That's funny, Gray Matter. DA active play stream. So I'm waiting on a couple of things before I want to actually host a stream where there's gameplay. Some things I want to happen. I mean, basically at this point, there's two ways I could approach this. I could do a stream where I'm using all DA maps, and they're like animated maps using something like Foundry or above, you know, a VTT. But I would really prefer to host the game entirely with Dungeon Alchemist. And I know that the devs have mentioned a few times that they would like to get things like Fog of War working, even things like overworld maps. So I'm continually building out my world and fleshing out my campaign. I just made a huge change to like the overall story of it because I was like kind of feeling a little off about some things after I reread it, and it was like, you know, I think I wrote it like right in the middle of the campaign, in the middle of the pandemic, so I was a little bit in a darker place, and so I changed some things. Anyway, it is definitely on my to-do list. I think what we'll do is we'll start with like a couple of one-shots, and then we'll go from there. But, you know, it's more or less, if I want to run it entirely in DA, I need to wait for some things to kind of be implemented in Dungeon Alchemist first. Hey, see you later, Dag. Have a good one, buddy. Oh, the music stopped. Ramen. So I have a KVM switch under my desk because like I didn't want to have two keyboards and mice, and so the KVM switch has my keyboard and mouse hooked into it. and then it runs to each computer, and then I just push a button on it when I want to flip back and forth. There's a hotkey too, but I just like the button's easier. Am I breaking up a lot? Could be, I don't know. Test. Test. Is that any better? Hello. Here, I'm gonna turn this off really quick. Test. How's that? Any better? See, I had this thing called a noise gate filter before, and it would cut out like fan noise and stuff, so you wouldn't have ambient sound in the background. But now it's off. So you would probably hear like my computer fans and creaking and my ceiling fan and my dog barking potentially, stuff like that. It's probably like, if anything, here's the thing. All of you relative to me are in different locations, right? So, I mean, I'm based in Vegas in the US. The further you are from me, the more likely there are to be issues. Hey, see you later, Gray Matter. You have a good one. Starseeker, you're on a phone. Should have told us. Should have told us. Okay. I need to add alert command. I'll do that soon. Let's open up a new map. So, Dags... Was it an overland bridge or something? Elevated road. Wolfie, we had a session again. Players still didn't leave town, but managed to shop and actually gathered some information. That's funny. Did you look at... We did a Feywild holiday challenge a little while ago. Did you happen to check that out? Where's my mouse? I lost it. I lost it! There it is. This map used to crash my stream PC. You borrowed like all of those. Wonder how I could help there. Some inspiration. I don't really know how to help, I'm sorry. I honestly, when it comes to Feywild maps, I'm a little out of my element. It's one area I haven't spent a whole lot of time in as a player or a DM. And it's something I want to explore more in the future. But the thing is I kind of shortcutted and cheated by making my own little, like, isolationist nation in, like, a far-flung corner of the Feywild. And they're, like, very, like, out in the middle of nowhere, so people just kind of don't go to them other than to get goods to them and to take precious metals and stuff from them. Now you have some lags. Let me check something. Ben the Wonder Boy, thank you for that follow. Much. Yeah, I'm dropping lots of frames right now. Wonder why. Fine. Could be my internet. It is dropping frames like crazy right now. I'm probably guessing it's my interwebs. For it to suddenly just have a ton of frames like that. Yeah, it's back up to 6,000 kilobits. It was idling at 6,000 kilobits forever, and then it went down to 3,000 and jumped back up. That's weird. That helps too, Ladybird. Yeah, that's really smart. That's a really smart approach. Just open a regular map and then tweak a lot of the coloring. I mean, almost every plant you can adjust the coloring. Let's look at this elevated road map. So, like, look at this plant here. This one already looks Feywildish, but grab this one and click it and adjust its color. Do this one, adjust its color. Start giving them random, you know, colors, and then go into lighting and well, let's make it purple or turquoise or, you know, just some random obscure color that makes it feel more Feywildish. Oh, they do help. Yes, they do. And we have a good amount of mushrooms. Like, both under the nature brush is a mushroom, you know, brush. Several mushroom brushes. Glowing and regular. And then under the object panel, under nature, whole section dedicated to mushrooms. Excuse me. Ooh. Ton of bricks there. Ton of mushrooms in here to choose from. There's also wild plants. There's a few mushrooms in there too. I get it. I get it. And the thing is like, if you try to search up any, like, cohesive information on the Feywild online, it's just like a bunch of gobbledygook. So unless you have tons of source book material to look at, you really don't have a lot of anything. And I think it's kind of that way for a reason, is because it's just this place that's really just whatever you want it to be. And I kind of took a liberty with that. So like last year, Wizards of the Coast retconned, like, goblins and, like, orcs and stuff, or was it just goblins? And when they did that, oh my, let's take a look around. When they retconned that, they basically kind of gave me this weird thought that was, you know, what would happen? Games again. I don't know why. I wonder if it's setting I did wrong. I'll have to play with it after the stream's over. So they made goblinoids come from the Feywild, right? And there's like all these different types of elves, right? So elves, there's all their variants, right? They've got Eladrin, they've got Shadar Kai, they've got all these different types of elves, right? High elves, you know, you've got half elves, you've got all these elves. And we've got two types of dwarves, right? Just dwarves and dwergar, right? So I was thinking, what if all dwarves originated from the Feywild as well, similar to goblinoids, but they kind of have like a very interesting history where they diverted and a tribe left and went and discovered Faerun, and they've thrived there ever since. And a tribe stayed behind and thrived in the Feywild. Hey, Nugget, how you doing? I'm looking at my stream settings right now just to see if there's anything I can change. I really don't know what's wrong. My guess is something about the ingest or something. Anyway, I'll play with the settings later. I thought I had everything dialed in, but there might be a setting I'm missing. It does just leak frames every once in a while. I'm gonna have to play with it. And it's definitely not because the game PC is the problem, so weird. So basically I've developed like a whole custom race of dwarves. And they are essentially similar to dwarves and like Faerun dwarves in a lot of ways, but at the same time they are very different in that like they've had a lot of cultural, you know, divergence and ecological and like evolutionary divergence. And so they have a lot of different things they do, but at the same time are very recognizable still as dwarves. This map used to crash the heck out of my PC. That's fine. Oh, got a little. Very cool. Yeah, it's brilliant. And we put it into Feywild mode here. I'll just make it like normal. This is what it's supposed to be. We were just trying to make it look like it was Feywild or something. Guess it could be Feywild, technically. Alrighty, let's open up another map. Ben the Wonder Boy, are you still here? Is that like Parks and Rec reference? Look, Dark Castle. Ooh. Whoa. Crazy how my PC just chews up 50 by 50s. That's beautiful. Cool. Looks like some creepy castle from, like, you know, something from Lord of the Rings. But, like, where the Nazgul would live, or evil, you know, person. Looks like Minas Morgul or whatever. It's pretty cool. That is a weird bug. What is that? It's definitely caused by the light. Huh. Ravenloftish? Yeah, definitely. No, I know, but it shouldn't be casting a perfect square shade like this. You know what I mean? That is still a bug. I understand that, but I don't think this line should be happening. It gets diffused out. You know what I mean? I get it, but it shouldn't be doing this perfect square thing. It's just a weird... Be more like that. Like, diffused out. It just seems like it's a perfect line because the light's too sharp. Like, would they make shadows like that, especially? No. One second. Beth? Oh. Is it bath day? Hi, Anthem. Good boy. Good boy. Really is. My union boss. I have to take a mandatory snuggle break. Kyde? Probably. I messaged. Love you. He is a good little coworker. Boy, smells really good. Gives on my bath. Stinkowitz. Okay. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Well, I'm not going to apologize, actually. I'd love that pupper all day if I could. Moving on, though. Teller counters? What are you on about? Right? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, they're pretty nice. They're really cool. Okay, let's open up another map. What was another suggestion I had before Seymour popped in? It was your suggestion, Von Yakos. What's the map called? So I got to work on my first collaborative map this week with a new DAA user from UK named Spencer. It was a rendering of IronSlag from Storm King's Thunder. He watches the streams on VOD, so I told him I'd try to give him a shout out. The FEEP is up. I'm assuming you mean the map is up under IronSlag upper level. Sorry, I got a little distracted by a puppy. You know how things go. Keyboard not working. IronSlag. Just one word? Let's take a look. Favorite soda? Dang. How you been, Yakos? What you been up to other than collaboration? What's new with you, my friend? Anything interesting? Oh, kind of back to my story from the session I was talking about earlier. I'm like conflicted on what spells to take because just some fishing and working, that's awesome. What you been fishing for lately? The reason I'm conflicted is there's this utility spell that'll probably help our campaign, but it's a gamble. I can't get a for sure answer for from the DM. And so basically, I think there's these puzzle boxes that seem to be a recurring theme in the campaign. They're like little metal boxes that are sealed, and the only way to open them is with a password. Well, at least that's what we think from a journal we located. And the passwords, we don't know what they are. The journal didn't give us the password. But we have one of the puzzle boxes, and we found a document that there was like 7 or 8 of them. Striped bass. Nice, man. Catch anything good? This is very cool, Von Yakos. Insane. So he's new and you were helping him with this? Like, it's just like oversized axe. With the cranes carrying it. Pond dipping with the kids. That sounds so nice and relaxing. So, like, I wish I could go out more. My wife is like, she's kind of, well, she's immunocompromised for one, so things like COVID are still very much real to us. And then, like, and a worry and a threat. And, like, in addition to that, her medication she takes makes her really sensitive to sunlight, and it can, like, make her very, like, sick and, like, anyway, she burns easily, and anyway, so as a result of which, we don't go outside much other than, like, if it's night, or, and we don't really hang out with a lot of different people. We're usually homebodies, you know what I mean? Man, the lighting in here is cool. It is very nice. Fantastic work. What's his name again? Spencer, you said? That's cool. Honestly, like, we try to avoid the sun, you know, and try to avoid going out. And, like, you know, when we do go out, she'll, like, sunscreen, sun hat, you know, it's like the whole, she covers long sleeves, stuff like that, so. Yeah, that makes sense. Just a little mad. That might be work. That might work, actually. Yeah, we are kind of like, we're like Nadja and Laszlo. Honestly, like, I don't mind being a homebody, but I also go out and I'll pick up our groceries and stuff and run our errands and things like that. And my kid just prefers to stay home, and when he is home, he just likes to be home. Yeah, we had an umbrella, and okay, so I got this nice umbrella that was supposed to be really durable, right? And I had it in my trunk of my car, and it was really stormy, so I pulled it out to run to the ATM, and a huge gust of wind came and just broke it the first time I used it. It was like this a really nice umbrella, allegedly, that was given to me as like a gift, and I was like really upset. I don't have really good luck with umbrellas. But I also live in Vegas, so it's like I very rarely have to need an umbrella. But for a day-to-day walk, that actually sounds really smart, because it's just cover. That's really clever. Problem is, in Vegas, you can't really go for walks during the summer unless it's like way late at night or way early in the morning. This is really cool. So I've never played Storm King's Thunder. What's the deal with everything being huge? Are these for giants, or like what's the story here? I like the just chain of carts. Chain, chain, chain. Okay. Let's see here. I kind of figured, okay, see, I've never played this module, so that's really cool. So is this just like a Dwarven City and they're making stuff for giants? Because, I mean, there's little stuff mixed in with big stuff. This can't be a giant's bed, right? I was reading like about the history of giants in Faerun, and their history is very crazy. Like, they used to be the dominant, like, species in Faerun before, like, they had, like, a whole series of infighting and wars and problems with each other and gods and stuff. Titans. Everything just wanting them to be dead. But apparently they used to fight dragons. Dragons and giants used to be very, very common. And they would fight each other constantly, and giants would just slaughter dragons. Dragons would slaughter giants. And the reason there's so few of either is because they killed each other. So yeah, that's at least what I was reading. And I don't know how factual that is, but pretty cool. But basically, all the different giant types are like subtle. They're like they were a different child of each, like a god and a goddess that were like hooking up, and then the goddess was hooking up with another god, and then had other giant kids, and that's like where the trolls and other ones come from. They're like just subtly different, you know, ogres and things like that. Giant kin. Pretty cool. Anyway, this is beautiful. Spencer, great work on this, and Von Yakos, thank you for mentoring him and helping him out. That's really cool. I am going to open up a new map here. Search by recent. I'll have to check that module out sometime. Castle of Illusion. Let's do that, Gore. Yeah, I really want to flex the PC's muscles and see what it can do. This it right here? Oh my. That is indeed it. It'll take us a moment. So while we're sitting here, who would like to see a teaser? I will say that everything I'm showing right now is very, very, you know, like draft-ish. So if I show you something and, you know, it looks weird or it doesn't end up being a part of things, just remember there's always a chance that it may not end up being... Gosh, I saved some, like, an image. So everything's like extreme work in progress. One moment. Dang it, where is it? Zach, no. No. Okay, so a couple little teasers there while we were waiting. Castle of Illusion, huh? What's the story, Gore? Okay, I got one more teaser for you. You didn't see nothing. 4 evil high-level characters. They all, like, they're like, hey, let's live together? Dang. 4 evil characters actually could tolerate each other and build a huge base together. That's cool. That makes it even more intense. Holy cow. That's insane, dude. This is a crazy build. How long did this take you? Oh, I mean, I've been in Fort Galadhar before, but yeah, I'll try it again. For sure. It's a quarters barracks. Are we the baddies? All of a sudden you realize you're actually the bad guys. 3 days? Like, how many hours per day? I like the stables particularly. This is great. I like a good stable house. Not bad. So probably maybe 15 to 20 hours. That's pretty cool. Good job. Great work on this. Let's do it. I'll pull it up after this one, Swedish Cook, okay? I will most definitely pull that one up for you. At the moment, I'm like just trying to push my new computer to the limit and basically allow it to have as much, you know, like, so now I've got two stream machines. So I've got the stream PC and the game PC. Game PC is going to run Dungeon Alchemist. Stream PC runs, you know, what you see here. So it allows me to load bigger maps for the first time ever on stream, and I'm really enjoying it. It's pretty fun. Just takes a minute for some of them. After we load this one, though, we will definitely load the Thieves Guild. How have you been, Swedish Cook? What you been up to? Working on anything? Dang, Gore. Your big dungeon? How's your big dungeon coming along? Galadhar's chump change now. I'm like moving around without even a care. Been sick? I'm sorry. Oh, get better, my friend. Right? This map, I remember loading it on stream ages ago, and it would chug my computer. Holy cow, hold on. I'm just going to put it on low just to see. Because right now I'm on high, like everything high. I don't really even get any frame drops at all. This is nuts. Very cool. Insane. Alrighty. This map is insane. It's a star fort, if you can't tell what you're looking at. It's a huge, meticulously built star fort. It's like a whole city contained within the walls. Alrighty. Oh, it's an insane fort. This was made by Vergil Tanner. You might recognize the name from Discord. He's not as active as he used to be, but he makes some pretty good maps. He's actually been posting a lot of stuff on like Twitter and social networks. He's trying to grow his Patreon and stuff, but I don't see him as much on our Discord. But it's mainly because he's based in, I think he's based in Asia somewhere. So his time difference is very different from ours, for most of us. Yeah, this was before Z-Axis. I think he made this right after object collisions were added. China, is that where he's at? Okay. Okay, we're gonna open up Thieves Guild. Should I start at just the first floor? You want me to start with the... let's start at the first floor, and then we'll go up or down accordingly. Oh, is this all the floors? What's... okay, ground floor, first floor, second floor, basement. Are these just different exports with all of them? What's the one with just the name here? I am very grateful to this person. Honestly, they... it's insane. The quality difference for the stream and just the stress relief. No more anxiety about worrying about it, you know? Like, there are a couple little kinks to work out, but that's mostly stuff that... like, the frame drops today, I don't know if that's Twitch, because it's not doing it anymore. It could have been an internet thing or a Twitch thing, and that's really something that's out of my control, you know? Can't do much about it. So I would say, as far as that's concerned, yeah. It is, you know, it's running fantastically, and we can load some insane maps today. Some of the biggest, I've loaded the biggest maps in our Team Workshop today. Thieves Guild. Without floor naming. This one, right? If it's not this one, I'll load it the other one. I just wanted to make sure. Swedish Cook, is this it? Oh! Do not fire the guy broke the cardinal rule. Ooh, I found a secret. Go down there in a minute. Very safe here, don't worry. No loot in the Thieves Guild safe? Go down to this basement here. This is impressive. Lockpicking 101. Swedish Cook is really good on the multi-floor builds that are like very seamlessly well designed and like fit together very well. It's impressive. Discard your unpaid kidnapping victims here. Absolutely no stealing each other's property. Thieves Guild rules. Absolutely no stealing each other's property. 10% of everything still has to be deposited. A minimum
contribution of 50 GP a month is required to stay in the guild. Stored kidnapping victims will be discarded after 30 days of neglect. No stealing allowed for non-members in the city. Ooh, the intricate daggers. The door, and I'm mad about it. Kidnapping victim storage, 2 silver a day. This place is just designed to get all the money out of the thieves. I like how there's no door between them and the kidnapping victims. They just have to deal with it. I also like that the basements are like hidden behind crates in random places here, so you could just slide the crates over and it would essentially be a secret room. I like it. Very nice. Well done. I'm in a completely different store. Wow, okay, I started in this store and then ended up in the shop next door through the basement. That's very well done. That's very cool. I did not realize how intricate the floors were on this. That's insane. I was looking at the floors individually. How long did you say this took you, Swedish Cook? Not bad, my friend. Can't go in this room. There's a doll. I'm looking around for your Swedish cook guy, and I don't know if I've seen him already, but I've been keeping an eye out for him. Gen Con is coming. I don't know offhand if we will be going or not. That's a very good question. As of right now, I haven't heard anything about it, so I would say no. But yeah, it is, you know, an interesting concept to consider. I would really like to get back into the convention circuit again. At the same time, I'm kind of in a position where I can't until my wife can get the latest and greatest COVID booster. Her doctor has to sign off on approval for it first, with, you know, the combination of all the medications and stuff she takes. So we've been waiting on that, and once she can, then, you know, I'll be out and about again, traveling at least, and maybe doing conventions and stuff. I used to do conventions as a streamer. I went to like E3 and EA Play and a few different conventions over the year. Anime Con here in Vegas, where, what was it called? It was, sorry. But Carbon Edge, that's a good question. I unfortunately do not have the answer. Sunken steamship. You going for the rescuers vibe? Yeah, it is a little concerning, you know, like I pretty much almost always come back sick. They used to call it the PAX pox, because you'd go to PAX or different conventions and you'd be really sick when you got back. And, like, I just can't risk bringing that home anymore. Uh-oh. Oof, little lag there for a second. So, I mean, a sunken ship wouldn't be too hard to whip up, but a sunken steamship might be a little bit more difficult just because you'd, like, have to make it a steamship. And this is insane. Just so much detail to all this. It's very well done. Very well done, Swedish cook. Oop. There we go. Found you. Have you just checked the workshop by chance, just to see if there are any on there that might underwater, like, wreck ships or anything like that, or on sunken ships that might work to your needs? And then work around it. How I like the idea for a future dam challenge. It will just be at least a week before we can do that, because the dam challenge is running through the 2nd, and the 3rd will announce the winner, and that's when we pick the next dam challenge. So I don't know what your campaign schedule's like, but then it'd be 2 weeks after that, so it'll be 3 weeks minimum before any maps are turning. I mean, at least a couple of weeks minimum before you start seeing any, you know, maps showing up in the dam challenge section relevant to that theme, even if we did it. Oh, found you again. See, that would be my only concern there, Ben. Oh, you want Map Maker Monday, not Dam Challenge. So I'm actually working on a map right now to make a overlay for the stream, and it'll probably be the next 2 or 3 streams I'm doing that, and then I could do one for sure. But I'm thinking it'll probably be, again, 2-3 weeks out. The current build is just going to be kind of tedious, and I've never done anything like the current one. I've never done perspective builds, so I really am going to learn while I do it. But yeah, you got at least a couple of weeks minimum. I'd say 2-3 weeks. If you're patient, I will definitely consider that for the upcoming theme for Map Maker Monday, for sure. I need to take a quick break, and I will be right back. I'll leave this up for a minute. I didn't know there was no sound. That's weird. I gotta fix that. Interesting. Another thing to add to my list. Wonder what's causing that. One moment. Well, that stinks. I'll deal with that later. I don't know what just happened. It should definitely have played with audio. The video is passing through, so I just got to play with it later and figure out why it is not working. Thank you, Yakos. I appreciate that. Was what a No, I mean, I was trying to play it with audio. It was supposed to play with audio. What's this? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. I don't... What does that mean, Seisu? In German, sorry, I'm not sure what that says. Did it delete a comment or something? I didn't ban them. That's weird. Can you unban them? It must have auto done it. There's like an auto tool. Can you guys hear me? There's no sound at all? Here, let me get the music back on. We'll start with that, okay? A little confused where my audio went. Yeah, I didn't ban anyone, so it must have been the Twitch bot being a little zealous there. Can you hear the music okay? Test. That is really strange. I don't know what the deal is with this thing. I mean, this multi-level functionality just is available, but you have to do it by hand. It's not supported by AI at this time. So if you don't mind, you know, rolling up your sleeves and putting in things by hand, then you can definitely do stuff like this, Joe Fish. So a lot of our, under objects, there's a whole section labeled structural, and there's tons of objects in here, including freestanding walls. So like a wall like this, for instance, if you disable collisions, you can see this arrow appear, you can raise it up and down. So there's hundreds of objects that may work as secondary flooring or, you know, things like that. So this builder in particular, Swedish Cook, is just very, very good at utilizing all the different assets available to make multi-floor building. All the tools and whatnot. Yeah, so it's possible, but it requires a lot of hand building. It's not something that you just click a couple of times and it's done. So Dungeon Alchemist has the functionality for multi-level building, but it's not AI supported at this time. Welcome, welcome, by the way. I'm gonna have to figure out why the Elgato isn't getting the audio. It's just really weird. It's not getting the audio from the stream PC. It's obviously getting the video. So... oh well. But yeah, this map is... it's quite stunning, to say the least. And, you know, our friend here has gone the distance with this design. Thank you very much for sharing, Swedish Cook. Still can't see me. Maybe I don't want you to see. I turned off my camera, okay? So, I gotta figure out why. I see the Elgato in the audio feed, but there's no audio from period. Let's... test. Let me see if anything I've done is working. Will you guys let me know if you start hearing that video? The, like, Dungeon Alchemist ad? Not muted.
Focus on creating.
Oh, there it is.
Changed your mind? No problem. Swap out the theme of an entire room with a single click. Is it a garden? Nope, it's a hovel. And now it's a tent. Everything in Dungeon Alchemist can be adjusted. Release your interior decorator and go wild. Recolor potions. Mess with the light. Set the house ablaze. In Dungeon Alchemist, you are the artist.
Okay, I'm turning it down.
Bring in your own content and really personalize your world. Dungeon Alchemist comes with thousands of unique assets, each lovingly crafted to suit
Yay, I
your
found
dreams.
it. Okay, I don't know why it was being
Create
such a
glowing
problem.
mushroom forest. Light up your abandoned temple. Or
This is what I was
set
trying to
your room
play.
brim with pillows.
Or it's just our ad on YouTube. Some of you have asked to see it before.
Dungeon Alchemist is an AI-powered map-making application that allows you to make amazing maps in just a few clicks. You can then easily print these maps and use them in your role-playing games. Or you can import them into your favorite.
You want to see my live reaction to this ad? Wow.
For you.
Cool.
Here's how it works. First, choose a terrain for your map. Then pick a theme. How about an old school crypt? Or maybe an abandoned mansion. Just start drawing rooms, and Dungeon Alchemist will place all the walls, floors, doors, objects.
See, what I'm going to want to start
for
doing
you.
is maybe playing
Each
this
room is
when I'm on a
generated
break
from
or something
and
in the
it's
future.
completely unique. Yeah, we do all the grunt work for you, so you can focus on creating. Changed your mind? No problem. Swap out the theme of an entire room with a single click. Is it a garden? Nope, it's a hovel. And now it's a tent. Everything in Dungeon Alchemist can be adjusted. Release your interior decorator and go wild. Recolor potions. Mess with the light. Set the house ablaze.
Set the house ablaze. There you go,
Dungeon
Carbon Edge.
Alchemist, you are the artist. Bring in your own content and really personalize your world. Dungeon Alchemist comes with thousands of unique assets, each lovingly crafted to suit your adventuring needs. Create a glowing mushroom forest. Light up your abandoned temple. Or stuff your room to the brim with pillows. Build an entire world in seconds and reshape reality to your heart's content. Once you're happy, bring your world to life.
Gee, Starseeker, man. Some risky content you're asking for. Hey, see ya, Geronimo.
Come along with us and let Dungeon Alchemist upgrade your role-playing experience.
You're gonna miss the funniest part of the ad, though.
Dungeon Alchemist cannot be held responsible for any bodily harm, injury, loss of limb or loved ones, poisoning, curses, level drain, elongated limbs or toenails, death or undeath your players may experience from their character's use of this product.
There you go. There you have it. Will we be able to float items like in the ad? What do you... Yeah. You can float them right now. See how I'm doing this? So if you click on the object panel and turn collisions from on to off, you get this arrow on the side of the object so you can float it up. Oh, you mean the way the object swirled around at the end? Gotcha. No, that was more like you know, flash and mirrors for the ad. But, you know, things like one of our updates, Fun with Objects, might have effects like that. And we're always adding new effects all the time. You know, our next update will likely have a few new effects in it. So I could see, you know, just like floating objects being in effects, like some books or like cleaning, kind of just like Fantasia style, or, you know, like the library, you know, from Sword in the Stone scene. Gotcha. I mean, considering our previous ad showed like the magic circle with the whole thing, and we didn't even have that for like a year, and now we do have it, there's a lot of changes in the current ad that are a lot less misleading, I would say. Not all of them do, but yeah, some of them do. I've noticed some of them do that as well. Yeah, the trees, you can actually use that to your advantage. Here, one second. I'll show you what I mean in just a moment. Back up. Weird talking and no music. So what I'm going to do is just start a new map. And what I'm going to do is create a map that feels like you're under forest canopy. Do flat, and then we'll do... Oh yeah, clear. And no water. So... the standard tree, you know, it's standard height, it's whatever it is it's going to be much smaller, as you can see next to this one I've just enlarged. Then I turn collisions off and I can raise it up even more. So see how the trunk keeps going? There's a point where it'll eventually raise out of the ground, but it gets to that point, you can leave it there. And this is brilliant because you can go through and essentially kind of zoom in on the map, and then it gives you that feel like you're like walking through a canopy. You can do this to a few different trees and really kind of get that same feel. That one doesn't work, it seems like. Maybe I can even make... Some trees are better for this than others, it looks like. But yeah, you could get in here in like cinematic mode and really get a really nice, you know, scenery shot. Then you can also play around with these little guys too and make them like saplings that are right next to it. I've done one of these as like a kind of just like a jaunt through the forest, like you had a little path. Draw a little pathway here. I'm just going to quickly draw one to kind of illustrate my intention here. Anyway, so get in here like this, and essentially it just kind of feels like this grown old forest, you know, with some little saplings here and there. So, you know, and it makes you feel like you're in a much older, bigger forest as a result of which. Take off this UI here so you can see it without it. Very clean, I feel like. So if collisions are on or off on platforms, I think they changed some way in the way they connect to the ground. Like there were some bridges, they were forcing them to connect to the ground, and I was like, that's kind of not what people want. So, hold on. Some of these ones, like if you would raise them out of the ground, if collisions are on, see this, how it has like connected dirt? But if collisions are off, it stops doing that. Man, I mean, there's plenty of people who see ads and realize it doesn't do that kind of thing. Like, I mean, I didn't think my G.I. Joes played with themselves when I was growing up. But you just make sure you turn collisions off before you start moving that around. So as long as collisions are off, then you can do that. And if you want to extend these poles, these platforms here, just add another pole to the bottom. You can always elongate it yourself, you know? Pick one of these like that, a mooring pole, or probably like one of these, like this here. Make that bigger. Stretch it out so it just kind of seems like a connected beam. Anyway, you get the idea of what I'm doing. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching today. Today's stream went pretty well, other than the little bit of hiccup lag earlier, and I am going to chalk that up to Twitch or possibly my internet, because it's been fine ever since. It only dropped those few frames, and then it's been good. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys have the worst, like, worst minds straight in the gutter. I was talking about in the commercials where it would seem like they were just like doing everything on their own, and then once in a while the kid would be like, "Grr!" But then other times it seemed like they were flying the toy, you know, flying the helicopters and moving on their own. And oh my gosh, you guys, you are the worst. Honestly, like, I'm very excited for, you know, not being worried about the stream crashing and playing, you know, pushing it to the limits to see what kind of big maps I can do. But I don't want anyone to feel like I'm gonna only show big maps. Small maps, big maps, everything in between. Interesting designs, new concepts. I'm all here about. That's what the damn stream is about. Is showcasing fun new maps that are like eye-catching and brilliant and teach us new things. Starseeker, I do not have a date at this time. If I did, I would tell y'all. I would tell you in a heartbeat. Today we did share some teasers, though, a few teasers of some assets and things in the new update that are just works in progress at the moment, so subject to change. Unfortunately, though, I don't have a timeline even. I haven't even seen the new update. I haven't gotten access to it. One kind of rule of thumb is as soon as I get access to it and start doing like reels and teaser videos, that means we're getting close. Excuse me. Maxus. I want to just sit here and chat about people's current sessions, like what's everyone working on or playing, where if you're playing in a game, tell me about your campaign that you're in, what's going on, like what did you do last session? And if you're DMing, tell me about the maps you're working on, what are your players doing and what do you got setting up for them? Or like what are you setting up for them? One thing I really want to start doing on the stream is getting to a point where like we're playing as well. You know, it's always, you know, just talking about maps, and I want to get it to the point where we are also playing games with these maps. And we talked about it a little bit earlier. There's no, you know, set date right now. Like, I'm developing a long-term campaign. I've also got a couple of one-shots in mind. I borrowed one from a friend who told me I could use it, and I've been kind of planning on using that one as well as a couple others to practice. I've been playing in a group, as well as I've been DMing on the side with my family to learn and just be as, you know, fluid as I can. We just upgraded to the two PC setup, which is a huge part of going towards, you know, streaming a game, in my opinion. The production level will be phenomenal going forward. Starting a new Karen campaign? Interesting. Cool. Cool. Party just finished a run as their ancestors, and they had the chance to learn about them and get some abilities this way. Oh, that's cool. Playing a Dragonlance campaign every other Saturday, and the opposite Saturday, a FR campaign. Is that Faerun you're going with? Or, sorry, I don't know what FR is offhand. And in between, working on my mega dungeon. Couple of commissions that are great fun, including one-off based on Magnificent Mansion, otherwise just normal maps for Patreon in-game. The Tomb of Annihilation we've been in for 4 years or something is coming to a close soon. I'm on my 5th character, nearly lost him last week, playing in an hour or so. Oh, nice, Zach. Good luck, my friend. Swedish Cook says, my party is on floor 5, the Tomb of the Trickster, Cods, and Tomb of Annihilation nearing the end. Let's see. We are playing Dragonlance, and our DM uses DA, and the battle at the farm was so amazing. He used all Monk's tiles, so all the trees showed us as covered. Oh, that's cool. Nice. Running Storm King Thunder, as you may have guessed. Yeah, I kind of figured that, Bon Yakos. And then every other Wednesday, I play a Solasta campaign on Twitch. I love Solasta. Solasta's very fun. It's like very, very fun. I've been playing it with my family, and we took a break. We need to finish because I kind of got sidetracked by a few work things. There was 2 updates, one after another, and we just didn't have time to play. And now we're in a campaign, and so we haven't been playing as much. Forgotten Realms. Gotcha. Same. Gears. I have never played Tomb of Annihilation. I hear it's a pretty interesting setting. It's like one you play that's pretty punishing or something. Anyway, I appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for being a part of today's stream. We didn't hit 50 viewers today, which is the first time in a long while on the damn stream, but I'm going to just chalk it up to, you know, it's a lull in between updates where there's really not a lot of content going on. And so there's really, you know, a lot of people might be busy and doing other things on the weekend as well. But, you know, what it is, what it is. Holiday weekend, people are traveling. It's Memorial Day weekend in the US, so... Is it hot in the UK? And a lot of people there don't really have the aircon, right? So it makes it really hard to enjoy things in the home. Yeah, I mean, I'm competing with a lot of different, you know, mediums of entertainment and a lot of different people's holidays and travel plans. So it is what it is. But you know what? I appreciate you all being here, supporting, being a part of it. You all that were here got to see some teasers, so that's good. I hope you enjoyed them. And we will be back Monday with the Mapmaker Monday stream. That stream is me focusing on a build where right at the moment I'm actually building a overlay for the stream that is like a live moving overlay where I will be using it on the stream going forward. When it's done. However, like I said, this is my first time making kind of a landing page overlay type build in Dungeon Alchemist, and it's not really what it's meant for, so I'm learning as I go. So we'll be kind of focusing on that again, and that is at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. UTC, 6 p.m. CET, as you see in the chat. And there's also a event in our Discord if you want to RSVP to that event. That will remind you in Discord when we're live so you don't miss out. There is also a schedule on the stream here, and it's a recurring thing on there every Monday. So you should get a reminder at least on Twitch when I go live, or if you check the schedule, you can see the time relative to your time zone. The event in Discord, same thing. If you if you are RSVP'd to the event or click interested, then it will remind you when we go live and let you know. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. You're the best damn fam. Had a lot of fun, especially with the new stream PC. I feel like worked out most of the kinks. I'm going to check a couple things after I end the stream just to make sure that all the settings are good. But I do feel like the issues we had are pretty much chalked up to Twitch or my internet, which are things I just can't control, unfortunately. Other than that, though, I think it was a very phenomenal, very first dual PC stream. Ran very well, looked good, pretty much ran perfect most of the time, other than the audio issue we had, which I sorted out. So thank you for bearing with me on that. Y'all are amazing. Appreciate you so much. If you enjoyed the stream, if you could do me a solid, pop into Discord or ping us on, social networks, whatever is convenient for you. Let us know if you enjoyed the stream. Let us know what you enjoyed about it. What was your favorite part? And we'll go from there. I really like the feedback because it helps me grow as a content creator and a community manager. I want to make sure these streams have a lot of entertainment value and have a lot of, informational value in them, as well as cover the things you want to see in them. So if any of you give me any and all feedback, even if it's just really enjoyed the stream, had fun, thank you, or if it's just, hey, really enjoyed this aspect of the stream, want to see more of it, or hey, would love to see more of this. Oh no, Unknown Empire, you can always watch the VOD afterwards. The VOD is available for several weeks, so you can catch it there. And when I'm done with the stream, usually the Saturday stream, I will trim for time and edit and upload to our YouTube, where you can watch it in a chaptered VOD, so you can just jump from map to map to map that we showcase, or any new feature, etc., or anything tip or trick we talk about. So that way it saves you a lot of time. Sorry about that, Unknown Empire. Appreciate you being here, though. for the time you were here.
Again, thank you everyone, Damn Fam. My name is Mac. I am the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. This is the official Dungeon Alchemist channel on Twitch. We'll be back Monday with the Mapmaker Monday stream. You can see the time in chat below. Hopefully we'll catch you Monday. Mac out.